Well, we have to talk about it again. Campus craziness being taken to a whole nother level. Do you remember the Care Bears?
Skip.
Bradley Polumbo is a student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, and he joins us now live. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
This is Brad Polumbo. Never heard of him? Congratulations. You don't run an underage boy butt pussy account on Instagram. According to his Twitter profile, Brad Polumbo is the deputy contributors editor at the Washington Examiner, which he has made the pedopun newspaper of the century, as well as a contributor to National Review and USA Today. He is, if either your gaydar is broken or you just don't give a shit, openly gay, and a self-proclaimed conservative. The faux news clip you just watched is from 2017, when the lowly Polumbo was trying to make a name for himself as a media personality and / eyebrow influencer for horses, and in the 2 years that have since elapsed, Polumbo has climbed into the aforementioned role at the Washington Examiner, where his current profile states, quote, Brad Polumbo is deputy contributors editor and a commentary writer at the Washington Examiner. He was previously an editor at the libertarian media nonprofit Young Voices, and his work has appeared in outlets such as National Review, USA Today, and the Daily Beast. But John, you say, there's no way this guy got promotions while he was spending all that time feeding those caterpillars on his butt throne? It means face. To which I honestly would not have had an answer had it not been for the absolutely hilarious, wondrously spectacular, and possibly felonious Twitter exchange that took place in early October 2019. But we'll get to that in a minute. You see, after socially climbing the ladder of bullshit news retarded people like to watch, so, news. Brad Polumbo thought it was time he randomly and out of nowhere attacked underage male conservative CJ Pearson as the right's potato from space, but worse. Naturally, CJ's 300,000 plus followers didn't take kindly to a guy who got famous off manufactured Care Bear controversy comparing CJ to a Swedish child abuse victim. And so the digging began, and ended in about 10 seconds when it was learned that Brad Polumbo has some serious skeletons in his closet, and those skeletons aren't old enough to get a driver's license. But first, let's take a look at some of Polumbo's work from his meteoric ascent to... I still don't know who the you are.
Where does religious freedom end in a free society? And I think over the last year or two of really thinking about it, I've just come to realize that conversion therapy for minors is a bridge too far. And when you watch something like Boy Erased, like the movie that just came out, it makes it really clear as to why.
As you probably noticed, there is a common theme to Brad Polumbo's work, and that theme is anything under the age of 18.
But what I really identified with is the vulnerability.
And vulnerability.
The reason it needs to be banned is because it's harmful.
And how Brad Polumbo is the hero you kids need to protect you from everything that's harmful. Still creepier though, creepier even after this Care Bear insect face, is the fact that Brad Polumbo actually posted a reel on the internet as if he were auditioning for an acting role.
Yeah, I think they have taken it too far, and mental health issues are serious. And I get the point here, but I've got to say that this level...
We have to remember that that's only about 30% of the country, and they're not going to be the most important voters in these battleground states. I would hate to be one of the incumbent GOP congressmen who's running for re-election in a district that Hillary Clinton won in 2016.
A new internet company, because imagine starting a fledgling business that you want to sell things online, and you're just starting it out of your garage, like a lot of these innovative companies have started. And now you have
Where does religious freedom end in a free society? And I think over the last year or two of really thinking about it, he has a point, and I think he's on the right track, because he's not saying that Brett Kavanaugh is instantly disqualified and must withdraw. All he's saying is we need to hear this out. And I think most reasonable people would agree.
Young people ages 18 to 29 didn't follow the developments closely. Regardless of where you came down, it was absolutely a historical moment, right, in our politics.
Well, I don't know that the Supreme Court case says they have to. I know it says they currently can, so I'm sure that that's an option. I would like to see...
So, in summary, we can understand at least what Brad Polumbo is trying to do with his career: capitalize on being a gay conservative to maximize his exposure to marginalized gay youth while positioning himself as a mentor to any young boys who are unstable due to experiences with abuse. But John, you say, interrupting me again, you f***ing asshole, that is one of the creepiest things I've seen in a long time. To which, this time, I do have an answer. You're right! And thus it was in early October 2019 when Polumbo went after underage CJ Pearson, and Brad's bizarre fetish-like obsession raised some red flags, and someone decided to check Brad Polumbo's Instagram account and immediately speed-dialed Chris Hansen, which is probably why Instagram looks like it's going to do exactly what it's going to do. End Brad Polumbo's career.
At Career Resume Consulting, we deal with a lot of unique personalities, and we pride ourselves in being able to match them up with jobs that compensate them for their unique talents. But when John first reached out to us, there were some challenges.
HR complaints. Yeah, I've got some HR complaints.
4 complaints?
No, that's how many days a year the government allows you to legally hunt with your bare hands. Lunch!
So what happened?
Well, we got him a perfect job that pays him what he's worth.
There it is. I'm gonna fight it.
From Twitter user Redacted at Squatty Potty Lover, sweet reference, not joking. Quote, Brad Polumbo, I'm not a pedo. Reality, has an Instagram following underage boys and gay porn. Included was this video, and I'm truly sorry about that. User Sumerhead4 added, quote, okay, why is Brad Polumbo following an Instagram account about middle schoolers? And then, totally normal thing to do for Brad Polumbo to follow young children on Instagram. Polumbo immediately went into damage control, claiming the middle school account was a parody. Gee, that sounds familiar. Followed by, quote, nothing has ever made my blood boil so much as the alt-right outrage mob that's pulling the oldest homophobic trope in the book and baselessly calling me a pedophile now. The only problem was, by that point, people had noticed one of the accounts he was following was TikTok Boys, which is defined by Urban Dictionary as, quote, a platform that makes you reconsider life. It is filled with middle schoolers and high schoolers who think they are cute. It's also filled with Koreaboos, weeboos, anime wannabes, vampire wannabes, furries, emos, people with no teeth, and old men collaborating with little girls. It was at this point that Brad Polumbo tweeted, okay everyone, I am logging off Twitter for the day. Hopefully by tomorrow the alt-right storm will have blown over. Text me if you need me. But Zoomerhead4 was ready for the obvious. Quote, so Brad Polumbo first privated and unfollowed 15 accounts, and then later just straight up deleted his entire Instagram. And that's where the story currently stands, aside from the fact that the director of media relations at the Cato Institute furiously defended him. Wait, what? That's it for today. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe, and if you'd like to see more of it, consider supporting this channel through monthly or one-time donations or by purchasing a shirt, mug, or the new Feels Good Man album, all of which can be done at johnwardcinematics.com. Today's free career resource from CareerResumeConsulting.com is a free resume sample bundle for world champions looking for executive positions in operations, technology/IT, business development, marketing, and finance. Use the link in the description to instantly receive this bundle created by CEO Tammy Cabell over the course of a decade that have proven to get 3 to 4 times the response rate. You can use these free resumes to improve your own or find out more about CRC's executive branding program, which has even more impressive results. As always, thank you for watching. I'm John Ward, and until next time, remember, you're a world champion. Don't let your memes be dreams. Oh!
Holy fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit. All over, it's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, this fucking timeline is all over, it's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.